Today you'll learn what love bombing is and why it's so addictive and how to spot it easily. Love bombing is one of the favorite tools used by most cluster B personality disorders like the narcissist, the socio psychopath, the histrionic and borderline personality disorder. Some of them do it consciously, and for others like the borderline it's often an unconscious survival strategy. And because the brain operates in extreme and black and white thinking, which means extremes, all good or all bad, and idolization, so they project a fantasy onto you and create intensity to feel safe. Borderline personality disorder is really anxious attachment on steroids. They have an enormous anxious feeling around being abandoned. For the narcissist or antisocial personality disorder, where often we subcategorize the socio-psychopath, it's frequently a conscious and purposeful manipulation strategy to hook you in, this intense love bombing. So let's look at what is love bombing first of all. Love bombing is a term used to describe the intense and fast showering of compliments. It's like a spotlight is shining on you and you're the only person in the world for this person. It's like they appreciate everything about you. It feels magnificent. They might say, "Oh, I love you so much," after a few dates. Or, "I've never felt this level of connection before," after a few weeks. Or they simply praise and compliment everything about you. Your looks, your work, your cooking, how you dress, everything. It's fast, it's intense, and therefore not natural and out of place. They will do it, it's a huge warning sign and show that somebody's not stable when they start doing this before they actually taken the time to get to know you. Securely attached and stable individuals take their time to get to know you. They don't start showering you with compliments straight away. It's a slow process, and if they like what they see over time, they might compliment you, somebody who's safe, stable and secure, but not as frequent, intense or often as somebody who's love bombing you. So why is love bombing so addictive? Because it's so easy, especially if you have anxious attachment, to be sucked in. Internal narcissist in us really also wants to feel special too. You know, we all have narcissistic tendencies. That doesn't mean we're narcissist. And we crave that recognition and also to feel that we are special, especially if we haven't felt that throughout our life. We so badly want someone to finally see how wonderful we are and appreciate us. This is what love bombing does, which is why it's so addictive to the anxious attached. And in general, it fulfills this craving that we lacked in our childhood and want so badly. It creates a strong biochemical response of dopamine, the reward hormone in our brain, when we get these compliments and feel appreciated and special. The association with these rewards, we then associate with this toxic partner as they're providing that adoration, praise and validation for us. It's just so intense and it feels so good. They're giving you the drug that you craved your whole life, and once you're hooked is when the abuse actually begins. This is a first step in the abuse cycle, and addiction, also referred to as the trauma bond. They are like your drug dealer that get you hooked on a drug with free samples, and once you're hooked, they will use and abuse you, and you find it hard to leave because you're now addicted to this intense love bombing and validation. You believe no one else can make you feel this good because no one's ever showered you with compliments like this and appreciate everything about you this intensely. The truth is, they did not appreciate anything or everything about you at all. And they never even saw you for who you actually are. You're just an object to them. They just idolized you and made up fake compliments to get you hooked. That's it. None of it was real. Healthy people don't shower you with compliments after a short while, as they don't really know you. It takes time to get to know someone, so any intense, frequent, and excessive compliments too early on will be fake, and either someone is idolizing you and living in a fantasy world that will eventually come crashing down, like for the borderline, or they're actively manipulating you. So stay clear of anyone who showers you with intense compliments too early. So love bombing signs and the red flags of love bombing. Let's have a quick look at how to identify. So you already have a good idea about it now, I think. So it's actually quite easy to spot love bombing. And it's a huge red flag that you should not ignore. If someone gives you excessive and easy, quick compliments, it's a sign that, like I said, they're either fantasizing or idolizing you, which will not last. And all fantasies will come crashing down when they meet reality. As I said, That's a frequent case of borderline personality disorder, which is why they idolize you and then suddenly they split when they realize you weren't this fantasy, and they become angry, rageful, etc. Or they are actually manipulated because they don't know you well enough. So again, either it's a fantasy or it's manipulation. Both of them are bad outcomes. If this happens after, you've known someone for a few years, then yeah, it's natural and enjoy that somebody appreciate you. Because they actually know you, so their compliments are actually sincere. It's fine if somebody says after a long period of time that they love you or think you're the most special person they ever met. Totally fine, totally natural. It's not fine and normal on the third date. I hope you can see the difference. It's when the compliments are intense and come fast before they had the chance to really get to know you. And when they compliment pretty much everything about you. Yeah, you're great, but like everybody else, you have good sides and not so good sides. If they only see the good in you, they're idolizing you. To be specific, what is very intense is things like, you're the most amazing man I've ever met after 2 dates, too intense. Or, idolization. Or, I love you with all my soul and body after a month of dating. Too intense, idolization or manipulation. Not organic, not natural. Both are very intense and come very fast. So ask yourself these questions. Do they know you well enough to say such things to you already? If the answer is no, it's a warning sign. Are the compliments in proportion to how well they know you? If the answer is no, it's a warning sign. Do most people you encounter compliment you this much? If it's a no, again, just be wary. Could be a warning sign, but just be wary. The 3 red flags that show you that you're being exposed to love bombing are: the compliments come very soon after getting to know this person, the compliments are more frequent than you're used to, and the compliments are more intense than you're used to. If it meets all these 3 criteria, then you're likely being exposed to love bombing, and you should stay well clear of this person, or at least take it very, very slow. While it feels great to be adored, idolized, and complimented, you are really a mouse walking into a mouse trap. And once you go in to get that cheese, it will snap and you will experience a lot of pain with a broken leg, and it'll be hard to walk away. Plus, the cheese tastes so good that you want to go back for another bite, even when you know that you might break another leg. That's addiction. That's a trauma bond, and it is almost always starts with love bombing. So let's look at what is love bombing versus real love, because often we think that we have met instant love when we get love bombed. I've said it so many times. Real love is slow. It's safe. It's consistent. Love bombing is the opposite. It's 2 adults who attune and respond to each other and repair with each other as they slowly reveal more about themselves and slowly grow closer and more attached to each other. It's not fast. It's not intense. It's nurturing and safe and stable. Love bombing is a very opposite. It's fast, intense, and unstable. Once you heal, you'll no longer want or value this fake speed and intensity. Intensity really is a plaster on the wound of feeling anxious and unsafe in relationships with others. It will not stop the bleeding and often just rip the wound even more open that you have. So stop dating for a while and spend some time with safe people who support you, accept you, and care about your needs and boundaries. That's it for today, but don't forget to subscribe and turn on notification to get new videos when they come out weekly. If you want to learn more on this topic about how to date safely after a difficult breakup or toxic relationship, or how to heal, then check out the link in the description of my bio and you can learn a lot more on this stuff. I'll see you in the next video.